All right, guys, welcome into Above Ground World News Live. We are live on a Friday night, a Good Friday, or whatever they want to call it. Pink Moon Friday. All kinds of rings were going off earlier. A little bit of. We'll jump into a few headlines first, and then we'll get into some weather warfare, the real weather warfare. All right, we got to get this thing to get over here. Wow, why is it showing all that weird stuff? All right, let me minus that down. All right, we got that out of the way. We're back. We're ready to go here. So there's been a state of emergency declared as third day of severe weather outbreak spawns more tornadoes. Now, we all knew this all was coming, and hopefully everybody was prepared. Nobody got hurt and all that stuff. 70,000 without power outages. In North Carolina, over 200,000 customers without power in Mississippi to Florida. So they had some wind gusts in Tennessee at 81 miles an hour. I told you they tapped into the jet stream. But what's weird about this AccuWeather site here, looks like today they officially upgraded Hurricane Michael to a Category 5 as it struck Florida. And anybody that was with us and tuned in during our live coverage of that wasn't no normal, a man-made landocane, man. It was some pink moon. It's a phenomenon you only see on Good Friday this year anyway. It's a right here's your time stamp, so when you can see it. Looks like Americans can see it at 7:12 a.m. And yeah, if I'm not too tired, maybe I'll get up early in the morning and break out the do a live stream from the observatory, and maybe we'll check it out, just see how it goes. And then in other news, we got recalls of blood pressure drugs. The losartan is for blood pressure. If you got any parents or relatives that take this, man, need to let them know. There was tests that found trace amounts of potentially cancer-causing impurities. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of that stuff. The company is recalling 36 additional lots. Anyway, I'll make sure I get all these into the description, so anybody wants to look up for whoever might be on these things. You know, one thing, my doctor had me on them a long time ago before I was awake, and I was on the Simavastin or whatever it's called, and that stuff would make my memory go, man. I got off all that crap, man, but all this kind of stuff just messes you up. You're just a test rat. Check this out. Burger King rolls out the genetically modified Impossible Burger made with questionable chemicals. So Burger King is patting itself on the back for adding the Impossible Whopper. They're not only openly sharing is that the new meatless patty used in the sandwich is full of GMOs made with toxin like MSG, and it dang sure isn't meat. The plant-based fox meat patty comes from California-based Impossible Foods. Its main selling point is heme, which is created, in this case, from a genetically modified yeast to make the patties look like they're bleeding, just as real meat would, and gives them a meat-like taste. Gross. So stay away from these, man. Anyway, let's jump into the next article. I got to make sure I say these. I forgot to put the links in the description last night's video, but they are in there tonight. Oh, wow. So we got to wake up people. And we got to wake up people that paint the roads and can't even spell school. The road crew misspelled school. How many school, things do they paint? How could they spell it wrong? SCOHOL? Oh, man. Where was this at? This was down in Florida. It was a private contractor attempted to paint the world school, but instead he spelled it. I don't even know how to pronounce that. So that's pretty damn funny right there. All right, we'll get out of that one. Don't want to waste too much time on that. We got more important news to get into. Like, we got some more crazy stuff here. This can no longer save us. There isn't enough space on Earth to plant the amount of trees it would take to prevent climate from warming by 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit. I thought it was 0.25. Well, they keep raising it. Humans emit roughly 30 to 40 billion tons of greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere each year. I guess they're not really telling you the truth about this. You know, what we uncovered is that one cruise liner ship puts out a million, the same as a million cars running. Just one ship. And, I mean, this is such a fraud. All this kind of news like this is just fake news. We know we're in a solar minimum, and we're getting ready to get really cold. But, you know, why they want to use that excuse that we can't plant trees, they want to build a 3,000-mile bike trail from Maine to Florida. So instead of planting trees, we're going to put some more blacktop to heat the planet up even more. You know, that's how ridiculous these scam artists are with the weather. They say one thing, but then they do the opposite. They make it worse. It's not us. It's not us at all. It's the sun. It's the fires. It's the volcanoes. It's all that stuff. And, yeah, man, it's just nuts what these people try to pull over on us. I don't even know if we should call them people. I think they're all just evil, you know, the evil plans. And then in other news, we have Israeli flight attendant is in a coma after contracting measles following trip to New York, as health authorities blame anti-vax parents reintroducing serious viral infection. What? That don't even make sense. Okay, the flight attendant is in a coma. Now, she got the measles. So, was she not vaccinated for the measles? But then they blame some anti-vax parents for reintroducing. That don't even make sense. All right. The 43-year-old woman who is a flight attendant for Israel's El Al airline, she got swelling of the brain which caused by measles infection. According to the Israeli health minister, the woman fell into a coma nearly a week after she developed a fever on March 31st. See, that just don't make sense to me, man. If the vaccines work, an anti-vaccinated person shouldn't be able to get a vaccinated person the disease. So that's just a flat-out fake news story. Something's wrong with that story. All right, this is coming out of the San Francisco gate. People are pooping more than ever on the streets of San Francisco. Look at the graph they have on this. Human feces incidents by year in San Francisco. So they're just going up. Why do people want to live out here? I mean, you're living in tent cities. You had to take craps on the road. And, you know, these people are the ones that are wanting to set the rules for the rest of the country, man. They don't even know what they're doing down here. They're all psychopaths. The people in the top, they're the ones creating all this stuff, man. Oh, man. These people all need to be pulled out of power, and some ordinary people need to be put in who could actually stop all this kind of madness that's going on. And in the meantime, we have a librarian rushes to archive Alberta's climate change data before climate change in government. So what they're doing, they're afraid they're going to hide their climate data before the new administration comes in, which they hide data every day. Like, it don't matter who's in there because they all are actually working for the same entities. All right. So I wanted to take a quick look at this radar. And it looks like most of the tornado stuff has stopped. Let me slow this down. In fact, we'll drop that off. So like about 10 of them. But what I want to show you is we have an anomaly back down here in Texas. If you guys can see my mouse, we had this the other night. We got that weird anomaly down there. We're going to zoom in on that here in a little bit. But I just want you to focus on that, and I'm going to show you something. And before, we'll go ahead. Let me try to find the right scene. And check this out. This is what I think this is. I got tons of clips like this, but just check this thing out. All right, guys, don't worry. It's just water vapor. Like what's coming out of the back of the planes. Hell no, that's a weather generator. That's pumping moisture up into the air. And no, it's not water vapor. They have to put chemicals. That's what that radar return is. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into some of this weather stuff here. Let me play this thing here. So we got some crazy... this radar down here is doing all kinds of stuff. Look, it's really showing up down here on this radar. I really don't like this radar. It's pretty, it's almost too many anomalies in here, so you can't really pick out the good real ones. So let me go ahead and close that one up. I got a cough. Hang on here. So we had clear skies in Kansas City, but let's go ahead and take a quick look at the forecast just to see what's coming. And then when we look at the aerosol deployments, we're actually going to know where the aerosols are going to be. Like today in Missouri, we were completely clear. Only the second day this month that we were clear. All right, so look at all this big rain amounts. We'll let this go on through. So still going to have a little severe weather right there in the Ohio Valley. And go along the front of the system. Sunday, Monday, you're going to have a big aerosol deployment right in the front of this over Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma, and then through the backside, through the Gulf of Mexico, through the Bajas. They'll be spraying the backside. Hell, they may even bring out the ship tracks. We'll see there. So you're going to have some pretty severe weather next Tuesday on April 23rd for the Kansas-Oklahoma border. Now, we'll get into the 16-day forecast on Sunday, so make sure you tune into that forecast. That way you'll be prepared for all this stuff. Now, what I want to take a quick look at now is the rainfall amounts. Let's just go to the 24-hour rainfall amounts. They're flooding out, the whole eastern half of the United States. Let's see if we can get this to load. Missouri, don't need any more moisture. Actually, nothing from the middle of the country over needs any kind of moisture. Same over here. They just are inundating. Whoa, that's a pretty wicked storm right there at the border of Texas here on the 29th. All right, let's go ahead and jump out of this for now. And we will, let's go ahead and check the worldview map. And make sure that's back again. It's getting really hard to stream, man. They are really kicking our butts. Anyway, I'm also streaming over there on the D Live, so welcome in everybody out there. I see, welcome in, guys, if you're out there. And it looks like it might be buffering over there, too. So they're buffing us out tonight, fitting it aerosols like crazy over the Washington area, North Oregon. Down in the southern part of Oregon, North California is getting smacked down, just like always. So they're really spraying the northern parts pretty high. Arizona, you look clear today. Utah, you look clear. New Mexico, clear. Texas looks pretty damn clear, except for the water generation being done. Look at this. The whole midsection is pretty clear till you get up here to just a very few parts here in Nebraska. There's a couple light spraying, and here in South Dakota. So we got a little aerosol going on in Minnesota, and then on up into Canada, up into Manitoba. Alberta's getting chemtrailed. Montana's getting hit today. You know, real light spraying. So it looks like they are refueling the planes. Maybe that's why we get like 2 days of clear. Maybe it takes them 2 days to restockpile all the planes to get ready for the next aerosol campaign. We'll see how long this lasts, but I expect them to start spraying down here in the Bajas probably tomorrow or Saturday. And this spraying operation up here to the north will definitely pick up. And we're just going to take a look at this. Looks like a giant. And they're still spraying in the top side up here in the Labrador Sea. Let's go ahead and go over and check over here in Europe and all these places. Now, they've been doing a really strange operation up here. And it's been coming in all the way from, you know, the North Arctic all on for almost 2 weeks now. So that they've had this straight line aerosol so that they've had this UK are getting hit right now. This is where we caught all the figure eights in the sky a couple months ago. I mean, there's like 200 little figure eights out here that they were 200. We caught all the figure eights in the sky a couple months ago. I mean, there's like 200 little figure eights out here that they were spraying. So yeah, man, not a lot of liners out here, but they're really thick, nasty ones. And you got a monster liners going over France. So probably all these aerosols will be picking up over the next day. So you're probably only going to be clear for a day or two. And then the aerosols will pick right back up. We get this layer on the one that had semi-loaded. You got a spraying operation over Mongolia, Kazakhstan, up into Russia is getting sprayed. I mean, this is a worldwide weather modification technique that's being done all across the globe. You know, they all work together because it seems like they all work on the same storms. They all have to refuel these things all at the same time. Let's go ahead and check some friends down here in New Zealand. You know, they killed all the bees, you know, a bunch of bees down here by aerosol. I'm not really seeing no fires going on down here right now. So, I mean, maybe there is. Man, that looks like some kind of demon right there with his hands going up, holding the. That's pretty weird. There always see some weird stuff down there. All right, I think we're done with this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Earth, though. We haven't looked at that one. And we'll go cyclone page. Oh, you guys are still buffered, man. It's showing a. Man, they're buffing us on both. Hopefully it'll catch up, man. Sometimes, right before the top of the hours, it buffers for a little bit, 5 minutes till, then 5. Oh, wow, we got a. So I may have to check the sun data. Maybe we got some incoming solar stuff. And let me see if I got my link handy here. I probably don't. All right, yeah, that like all my websites are running really good. So now YouTube's running good. It's back in the green. Let me jump over and look at this one. Everything is running back in the green over on the YouTube, so hopefully it's okay now. We'll see. I mean, it's weird, man. It goes in spurts. Let's see which. I don't know if this is the right one. If that's not, we'll try the. Man, I got so many bookmarks and I am so unorganized that it makes it okay. So right now the solar wind is actually down pretty low, 325.6. 6 hour max of B1. Yeah, that's showing a little bit of, it says quiet. We did have a chronal hole right there, though, so maybe we are going to be getting hit with some stuff. Let me see if I got the other right. Yeah, we'll try this. So, earthquake warning, 6 out of 10. That's gone down quite a bit. All right, let's just go take a look. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything is happening right at the minute. So, I've already went by, so yeah, we could have it. To create the El Nino back down right now. A little bit of missing data there. All right, we're done with all that. All right, let's jump into the Earth now. All right, let's go ahead and check out the polar vortex winds. We haven't checked that in a couple days. So look, it's getting smaller and smaller. Pretty soon it's all going to be in the southern hemisphere. There's the polar vortex winds that were up in the north are now all moving back down to the south. Pretty soon there won't be any of this up here. It'll all be in the southern hemisphere. It's jumped down to the jet stream. And right here is where they split the jet stream. They completely split the jet stream out here where they were dumping the bunker fuel. Now we got this super huge trough, just behind these severe storms. So this is where they're tapping into the wind. Let's go down to the vortex layer and the scalar fields. See what it looks like. So yeah, there's almost have a created vortex, wind vortex right there over the Ohio Valley. Now let's go down to the surface winds. And yeah, you see the low pressure right there. So yeah, this is all created events. Hey, thanks there, Kelly Davis. Much love out there. All right, let's go ahead and check the ocean wave height. See what kind of crazy stuff we got going on. It's actually really low, except for this little island down here is getting blasted. Look, here's where that crazy demon looking shaped clouds going on. It looks like a sideways Pac-Man or something. 37-foot waves, so not too bad. We'll see where this thing is headed. So we're going to fast forward. Wow, it just disappears. Alrighty. So no wave warnings, it don't look like. Here we'll go up a day or two just to see if anything's going to pop up. And nothing. So it looks like the wind fields out here in the ocean and the Pacific and the Atlantic have really died down. And I think that has a lot to do with the polar vortex wind shift. All right, we're looking at the sea surface temperatures. Nothing crazy going on. Some pretty hot water down here, but everything looks pretty normal. Let's check the sea surface temperature anomalies. They've been trying to create a El Nino, and it don't look like it's going to happen. There's still a lot of cold water all around out here. I think they're bamboo. So I think they got to give up on the El Nino situation. All right, let's take a look at the carbon monoxide concentration. Wow, look at the West Coast. So you got tons of carbon monoxide concentration. So that's really thick right there. And the East Coast is actually looking much better. Hey, thanks there, Andrew. Yeah, that's right. Thanks there, Andrew. Much love out there. Yeah, they can keep trying to stop us. They're going to take me out to stop me. So we're going to keep on doing some damage to the dark side. I just want to kind of look down here in Australia. Wow, no fires. I mean, there may be some little itty-bitty fires, but no major fires going on in Australia right now. So that's good news. And not even in South America, everything is really calm right now. And you got a weird spot up here off of Kamchatka. May have a volcano or something going off over there. A few fires up there in Russia. So, wow. Not even in Canada, no fracking issues, no nothing. This is like the clearest I've seen it in forever. Look, there's actually good quality air unless something is eating the carbon dioxide away. The darker colors are actually the better colors. And this map is actually pretty scary when we talked about that article. If you go back, say 2015, watch this thing. Oh, they didn't have data, so we got to go to 2016. So 2016, check out this color difference. This is all the carbon dioxide at the surface. See the dark, how dark it was. And you had, pretty good amounts here off the East Coast. The air quality was good in the upper north. So this is what it looked like in 2016. And now when I click it back to now, man, this is astonishing. Look at it now. We're almost off the chart. We're almost in the point of no return here. I think a lot of this was caused by the fires, by the volcanic. Hey, thanks there, Rhonda. All the volcanoes that went off. We had Hawaii that went off. We had the one down in Indonesia, or down there in down here where they had the tsunami and stuff. Tons of huge 50,000 foot blasts of the volcanoes. So a lot of this is all the fires that were going on all across the West Coast. There was fires going on all in Russia, fires going on in Australia. But the worst part is they're trapping this all in by the weather modification. They're all this cloud seeding operations are trapping this in. And man, this really looks bad today. Like, this is probably the worst I've ever seen it. Hey, thanks there, Indri. So scary map right here. And instead of planting trees, they're gonna put in bicycle paths. They're going in everywhere. They're putting in all these crazy traffic calming devices where you got to do all the figure eights to get around to your exit. They're taking away a bunch of exits off the highways here in Missouri. I noticed, we used to have where you could get right off the highway and jump down a road. Now you got to go down 3 miles, do a U-turn. It's just ridiculous what they're doing. So it looks like we might have a volcanic activity down here in Mexico. Probably a little bit of fracking fires. So this is the PM 2.5's particulate matter. Some really bad stuff. Look, no major dust storm coming off. So there we go. Hey, Funky Blue, thanks. Much love out there. And we'll check the auroras. So the auroras are pretty calm on here. All right, we're done with that. Let's go ahead. Hey, Mike, thanks out there. Much love, guys. So we're going to let this run through a little bit. We'll let's go ahead and put this on 200 frames. Let's go check the cirrus clouds. Cirrus clouds is code word for chemtrails. Yeah, we're see if we can get this load streams back in the green, so that's a good thing. Bamboo's over there too. Shore 45, Natural Born Rebel. Show me the money. All over there on the D Live. Much love out there. Hope you're enjoying the show. And then over here on the Facebook, we got Funky Blue. We got John Hart Crane. Make sure you follow him. If the audio is all messed up on here, he re-uploads it, fixes them, and re-uploads them. So he's out there in the chat. St. James, welcome in. Radical Ralph, hey brother. Scrappy D, Unexplained Skies, today's facts, tomorrow's opinions. Jan Pinland, Rhonda Long, one voter. Sue 82, lead with love. Troy, Star Lid, Lori M, David B, Terry Taggart, Kim Master, She, Captain Guav, Super Dave, Billy Anderson, Katie Kane, Rob S. Oh, now it's going so fast I can't even see it. J. Army Vicious, hey, welcome in, brother. I haven't seen you in here before. You're a new one that I've seen there. GT Sawyer, welcome in. She, Two Fry, welcome in. Hodgepodge, hey, brother. Jacqueline McIntosh, Robert Frell, ELE, Mad Jeeper, Sally Knowles, Julie Reese, Wayne D, Beautiful Disaster, Dapper Dad P. Oh yeah, I seen that comment. Yeah, that I'll post that over on the Facebook. That one article we went over yesterday about the the executive order thing that was placed by Obama, and then it was like retracted by the new one. I don't know. I'll try to post that over in the description of that one or something. And Virginia Beach. Well, you had, look, I mean, just look at all the tornado that has gone across. It's almost gone now, though, guys. I mean, this thing it's dying down. You got one little storm system behind it, but look at all the tornado warnings that went off today. Like, I mean, this is like madness right here. Let me take this off so you guys can see the tornado warnings. I mean, that's crazy right there. That's a tornado outbreak. And just going right up the coast. Like right now, we're finally, the sky is cooling down enough. And it doesn't look like they're zapping it with the radars right now. In fact, we'll put the radars back on here just so I can see what the radars are doing. So it looks like you guys, I know there was some damage out there. I don't know how much, but hey, no problem there, Raymond B. But yeah, man, we're almost through this storm system, and then it's going to be pretty damn cool after it goes by, man. It's taking it a while to warm back up once these storms go out. Hopefully that was the last little blast of cold air we're getting. And then, like I said, down here in Texas, we got the cloud generator down there going on. Look at the radars over here in California. I just noticed that. What is that? They're all like merged together. So all the radars is totally cranked up there in California. Look at that. They're creating almost a full line of rain returns. Why, they've got all these turned down. There's no weather. They don't need to turn them up or down. They're just out here in idle. and you notice all the radars are turned off where they want the storm to go. Then they turn them up to speed the storm up. Hey, thanks there, Kate. Much love out there. I haven't watched that one yet. I'll have to try to watch that one there. So wow, yeah, okay. It was let me get this radar off here. We're pretty well done with that. Man, I really miss the old maps. Hey, thanks there, ELE. Oh, I don't know. Hopefully, I get the observatory. I mean, I got the observatory all going. I just got to carry my laptop up there and go, man. I'm just so damn tired. I usually get up around 4 in the morning, and if I get up tomorrow morning, I will go up there and do some footage. I'll probably even go live in the morning, so I'll try to do that. Let me get this stupid layer off. Why is it still on there? There we go. We got it off. No. Oh, I'm not even on the right. Yeah, well, these nights, man, I can't wait. I want to really do some deep space astrophotography live space stuff. I could zoom in on the nebulas and bring some color out. I could do it all live. That's what I used to do. That's what got me started in this whole fiasco. I used to stream space stuff over on Ustream, and then I was like, the sky is supposed to be clear, not supposed to be any atmospheric distortion or nothing, and then all of a sudden the chemtrail planes would come by. I'd be like, what the hell's going on here? I can't see the sky. Hey, thanks, sir. 1978, much love. So, yeah, man, so that's how it started. I used to be a streamer over on Ustream, trying to show people, cool stuff out there in the sky, and the chemtrail planes would come through there and just ruin the whole thing. Anyway, we're taking a look at this. Yeah, we got some aerosols being deployed out there off the East Coast. This is probably like a man-made water generator out there, the way that thing fired up. It almost fired up from a center point, like there's a ship out here. Like they're feeding the storm out here. And it's just drifted one central point. You can see the microwaves in the cloud visible. So let's check this one out. All right, let's see if we can get this one to load. Stream seems to be holding up right now anyway. So yeah, they're spraying right over the border of Canada, right into North Dakota, South Dakota, now into Michigan. So there's nighttime chemtrails going across Michigan right now. If you go out to look at the full moon, you're going to see nothing but aerosols. You're probably going to have a moon halo, because this is all fake-ass clouds, synthetic, man-made BS right here. So, wow. Here, let's go look up at Canada. We haven't looked up here. Let's go up and see where this spraying operation originated. Now, tomorrow night, I'll try to take some calls. We'll try to take calls from D Live and YouTube. So I'll post a number in both of them. We'll see if we can take some calls. And I'm hoping to I'll bring my laptop up here. I'll hook it into the second channel of my PA, and then you guys won't have to hear the ringing or nothing. And it'll be a lot more listener friendly if I can get that going. So the chemtrails started way up here in the central of Saskatchewan. I think that's what that is. I can't pronounce that for some strange reason. So yeah, they were getting sprayed up here in Canada. Pretty good. What is this? What is this thing? Wow, what is that? Is that the moon coming by? What is that? So we got some kind of weird. You know what? I need to go check something because we need to go check for some plasma, a plasma situation up in the North Pole up here, up in the Arctic. So let me get this loaded because that didn't look right there. It looked like something flew through there, something huge. So let me go on up to the north. Yeah, whatever this is right here, that is weird right there. That I've never had that kind of a knot. Look how fast that goes by. That's a super fast, huge. And not look how fast that goes by. So let me go on up to the situation up in the North Pole up here, up in yeah, whatever this is right here, that is weird right there. That I've never had that kind of a knot. Look how fast that goes by. That's a super fast, huge anomaly. In fact, let me zoom out a little bit if it'll let me and see if we catch it on the whole thing. I'll just have to slow it way down. So let's get up at thing. I'll just anomaly. Fast that goes by. That's a super fast, huge anomaly. In fact, let me zoom out a little bit if it'll let me and see if we catch it on the whole thing. I'll just have to slow it way down. So let's get up in there and see if it's still there. All right, let me click play on this. We'll see if we got any kind of plasma lightning up here. And I'm not seeing no plasma lightning, but we got a weird purplish color in there in the Arctic. Let's go ahead and check the southern hemisphere. And we found that when the David Miles research complete buffering. See if we can spot that. There it is right there. What is that? It's something fly. That is crazy right there. Unless that's like another reflection off another satellite or something. And it's only in there for like a millisecond. Look at that. So that thing, there's like one here and then here. So that could be a, you know, the satellites run in like a S pattern. So I don't know what the hell that is. Or it's like two things. And then you got this dark line in here, if you guys can see that. The moon would be going this way. Unless, I don't know, I need to zoom out even more, see if we can pick it up on the full disc. And let's check the southern hemisphere, see what we got going down here. No plasma down here, so we're not seeing any signatures of plasma at all. So, all right, we're pretty much done with that. And I guess we could check the GOES 16. Maybe it'll show up on there. See, we can still get to the GOES 16. Then we can go to the GOES 17, and they won't give us the Europe feed. You know, they won't give us the, well, I guess I got the Hawaiian feed. I can go to their side. It's actually way better than America's. So, all right, we're not catching nothing on there, so let me see. I got to shrink this down somehow and see if we can catch that anomaly going across the whole globe. Oh, there it is. It does. It goes across the right. Oh, that's probably the reflection off the moon, the full moon or something. Look, it starts right there. Time stamp is at 19 or 420 22. How can you, that's a crazy number, 420. and we get this crazy light anomaly going across the Earth. So that's pretty strange right there. I haven't seen that one before. So it's like it's going from west to east. So that's the opposite way as the sun and the moon travel. So that's pretty strange. That's an anomaly for sure. Let's put it on the microphysics, see what it looks like. Yeah, that's pretty strange, man. That's definitely a strange anomaly there. Yeah, I don't think it's the moon either, man. I thought it could have been, but it's traveling the wrong way because the moon and the sun are going from east to west, and the reflection was going from west to east. So if you had, I'd have to like play around with my one of my paint programs and use like the light. So yeah, just a weird anomaly that we caught. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this a show. So don't forget to join us Sundays for the 16-day forecast. Tomorrow night we'll be on here. Either we'll try to go a little earlier, or we'll try to go a little later, and see if that'll help the stream or not. Since I don't have to go to work, I can stay up later or start a little earlier. This buffering stuff is really sucks. Anyway, guys, much love. Thanks out there to the super chat and everybody that helps us out. It's much appreciated. Much love out there, guys. So here we go. Let's rock. Let's rise. Let's hit the exit screen. I'll come join you in chat for a minute. Here we go. Let's rise. Time is now.